Ladies and gentlemen, today we found one of the nicest Motorcoach resorts in the world. We are hanging out at Polson Motorcoach Resort in Polson, Montana, and there is a lot of really cool stuff going on here. Today I want to show you around the area, talk prices about rentals, and show you some of the lots that are available for sale here at Polson Motorcoach Resort. We found Chase Becker here at Polson Motorcoach Resort. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, Andrew? Good to see you.
Likewise. So what's all going on here, sir?
Well, it's going to be a 70-degree day at the end of June, what we call Montana time.
The viewers have been asking a lot of questions. You've got one of the top Motorcoach resorts in the country here. Now, what is it about Polson Motorcoach Resort that makes it so special?
What's unique about Polson is that we're the only Class A Motorcoach resort in the state of Montana. We sit here at the base of the south end of Flathead Lake. If you also think about all the things to do, we're about an hour and 15 minutes away from Glacier National Park. We've got unbelievable boating on Flathead Lake, absolutely gorgeous ATV trails that you can be going up into the mountains on. You're an hour and 15 minutes from Whitefish, which has got some great skiing in the winter, also some great places to hang out in the summer. We're an hour from Missoula. There's plenty of things to do here in the summer.
Definitely a really special place. I'm actually going to go for a little airplane ride here to show everybody around the area today. I was up here a few years ago. A lot of the folks know I purchased a lot here. Shortly after, got talked out of it for the right amount of money. So I haven't been back in a while, but it's a really special place. I mean, as soon as I got up here to the Polson area, the air is cleaner, the sky is bigger. They call this Big Sky Country. Really a special place. What's happened in the last few years here at Polson Motorcoach Resort, and what's some of the changes since I purchased a lot here a few years ago?
The best things about the resort is we've got a great owner base, really invested into their properties, have several properties, including yours, that have been invested in and upgraded. We've got all the same things that you originally had when you bought here, which is access to Flathead Lake, which is the largest freshwater lake west of the Mississippi. Just maybe a quick stat on that. The lake turns over every year and a half, versus if you look at Lake Tahoe, that's every 600 years. Gives you an idea of how fresh and clean the water is. It's all coming from Glacier. You've got access to all kinds of trails up the mountains here, which are fantastic. You'll see some beautiful mountain views and also some beautiful lake views. We call this owning a piece of paradise. No better place to be in the summer than in Montana.
I couldn't agree more. And when you talk about the clear water, I was telling a friend yesterday, it looks like the Bahamas. The water's so clear on Flathead Lake here. Now there's also a Fernie golf course for any golfers out there right along Flathead Lake. A lot of golf courses in the area, or what else is there to do?
We've got about a half dozen golf courses here. We've got the Polson Bay course here, is right on the water in Polson. It's a short 5-minute drive from the resort. We've got about a half dozen located in the area. The key is you'll want to stay on your pad here in the resort, but there's plenty of things to do all within an hour drive. So it's all about outdoor recreation. If you want to do fishing, you can visit Kerr Dam over here, which has some great hiking trails if you want to be outdoors and be active. We have a local nightlife and casinos, several restaurants on the water, plenty of places for you to visit in the evening, and great restaurants all around Flathead Lake.
Yeah, now I know the folks probably want to know prices and want to see around the resort, so you think we could kind of take a cruise around the resort and see what's going on?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Sounds good. This lot right here that we're sitting on to get the morning started, this is quite a lot. What is the story on this lot?
So this is lot 174, 175. This is the only double lot on the property. As you can see, the owners have done a magnificent job at building out the property here. You'll see on this side of the lot, we actually have the full kitchen set up. You can see the grills, the burners, the sinks. You can obviously see a fantastic view of the lake.
Beautiful view. Now, is this lot for rent or for sale, or what's the current status of this lot?
This lot is for sale. It is definitely what we consider one of the most premier lots at the Polson Motorcoach Resort.
And what is this lot for sale for right now?
We have it listed for sale for $535,000, which actually is a great deal if you think about some of the other lots on the property with this type of view. They're going for around $350,000. So this is a double lot where you have extra space to be able to spread out, spend time with your family, have some privacy. $535,000 is actually a pretty good value.
Just the build out on this kitchen alone and outdoor patio area, a lot of value here. Now this is the top lot in the resort here, but are there some lots that are in the rental pool that we can maybe talk some rental prices and show the folks around?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now this is a familiar lot. Looks like a lot has changed since the last time I saw this.
Yeah, absolutely. This is lot 197, which is one of our best lots here at the resort. It's actually priced for $229,000. Since you own this lot, Andrew, we had the owner poured a concrete slab here, put in a custom kitchen, beautiful gas fire pit, custom grill in the back, umbrellas here. Give yourself some shade when it gets hot in the middle of the day. Have a nice sink, very spacious lot.
Definitely a big step up from a few years ago. Now, you can tell they spent a lot of money on this lot. And I want to ask you some more questions about the different companies that can do this kind of work if people have ideas. If someone wanted to rent this lot, what is the availability and how does that work?
If you want to make a reservation, call the office. One of the unique things about the resort is there's obviously a lot of different lots with a lot of different characteristics. We want to make sure we can get you into the lot that you absolutely want to be in. Some lots have shade structures, some have gas grills, some have private seating areas. We want to be able to walk you through that to make sure that we can put you in the lot that's best for you.
Cost-wise, what does a lot like this rent for?
You know, it really depends ultimately on the time of season, but anywhere from mid to high ones, and then it could be upwards of over $200 in sort of our peak season. We've got other lots, of course, that you could be higher than that or you could be lower. In terms of the build out here and the price point, this is actually probably one of the best values that we currently have at the resort for new construction. You can see kind of a more contemporary build out, really a fantastic view. You don't have anything obstructing you in the front. You can see the lake, and then of course as you pan over this way, you've got the beautiful Montana Mission Mountains.
To get all of this, even at $200 or $300 a night, I think I dropped $300 at the Red Lion in Polson last night. This is a very high-end area. I think there's a house for sale for like $95 million on Flathead Lake right now. Just the cost of admission to get into this area, a lot of value here. Now, I've got to tip my hat to Tony and Susan, what they did with lot 197 here, with all the money that they spent on this lot. This is an incredible value to have everything turnkey ready. You don't have to mess with hiring the construction companies. I want to talk more about rental prices in a moment, but if someone does buy a lot that is a blank canvas like this was, are there on-site vendors that can do these concrete slabs, and how does the prices go for all that? How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a couple of different landscape architects that we work with here at the resort. They're very seasoned. They've taken resorts that are completely undeveloped and turned them into beautiful lots like what this one here is, 197. There's an architectural process that you go through where we keep standards to make sure that there's obviously fitting into the style and the aesthetics of the resort. But overall, it's a blank canvas, and for the most part, as long as you're staying within the parameters, you can build your own piece of paradise.
And do you know what it costs just for this concrete slab roughly?
So the cost of construction has certainly gone up, so it's difficult to say exactly what it would cost to replicate this lot in today's dollars. However, for the price that you would be purchasing a new lot, and of course the time it would take to build that out and having to deal with contractors, to be able to come in and have this lot, which has great views and has new construction at this price point, is pretty fantastic value.
Just spending a little time up here, I'm starting to think, you know, I could get back in the game here. You know, last time I made one of these videos, it worked out really well for me, but let's find some of the more basic lots and talk more rental prices.
Absolutely.
So, this is probably one of the best looking Liberty coaches on the road here, but next door I think there's a little undeveloped lot here. This looks like an opportunity. What's going on over here, Chase?
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of our undeveloped lots. We still have a few of these left for sale. Price point's approximately $165,000 roughly to get one of these. And then as you can see, you can turn this into your own piece of paradise.
Now, is this site available for rent, and what do these rent for?
We do have several of these undeveloped lots that are for rent. The price point is around $125 a night.
What percentage of the lots are undeveloped in the park, and how many are still not yet developed?
There's around 9 undeveloped lots, 2 of those that are for sale.
Okay, cool. Yeah, 125 is very reasonable just to, be in this area per night at that rate. I'm sure those sell out really quickly. Yeah, what's the availability for these entry-level lots?
We do have availability for these lots. We actually have found that there's been a lot of demand for lots that are already built out that have kitchens. However, the great thing about these lots is it allows you to come in and put your own stamp on your piece of property and design it the way that you'd like to have it.
There's a nice little dog run area here. Lots of little sitting areas and fountains around the resort. Everything is beautifully landscaped here. A lot of grass. Everything is very clean. Now, talking about views, this lot has some serious views. What is going on here, sir?
Absolutely. This is lot 179. Absolutely phenomenal view of the lake. This row is probably the best row for the views in the resort. Beautiful custom finish out with the concrete slab. Custom grill here, burner, beautiful sink, custom granite countertops. You can see we've got a private seating area that has a gas grill. Beautiful views of the lake, also of the mountains over here to the right.
And I'm noticing that this has like a stamped concrete and then a regular concrete. Is that one of the more popular designs in the resort here?
Yeah, absolutely. We have several lots that have the stamped concrete that do the custom look. We also have, of course, several lots that have varying colors. We have some special grays, very unique stuff.
Yeah, now is this lot for sale or for rent, or what's the availability?
Yes, this lot is for sale. We currently have it listed for $350,000. We've sold a couple lots in this row for around that price point this year. This is definitely one of the most highly demanded lots in the rental pool. It does rent out very well, generates nice income for the current owner.
Yeah, and how much does this lot typically rent for?
This lot in the peak season definitely is in the range in the mid-2s per night.
Now, you mentioned the rental pool and that there's some income for the owner. What is the rental share and how does that work?
The rental program is a 60-40 split, so if you own the lot, you get 60% of the nightly rental rate. We get 40%. The 40% goes to basically cover us booking your lot, cleaning your lot, making sure that all your appliances are in good working order so that when someone checks out and checks in the next day, your lot is ready to roll.
And I want to ask you more about the expenses, HOA, property tax, but I think you've got some more lots around here. Can we take a look at some of the other lots that are available?
Yeah, let's do it.
Found a nice little kind of hidden area here. Nice little corner of the park. What's going on here?
Yeah, this is lot 171. This is one of the largest lots in the resort. Basically, this is the very front of the lot with a little private seating area. Definitely one of my favorite lots on the resort because you do get that privacy. Really
cool. So the full lot's back there. We'll show you that in a second. I've got to ask you some of the questions about, ownership costs here, HOA, property tax. What are some of the expenses that owners can incur on top of purchasing their lot?
The annual HOA cost is $2,040, so it works out to $170 per month. That goes to basically support the landscaping efforts for the common space around the resort. It covers the water bill, some insurance. It covers some of the employee wages that go to support keeping the resort nice. And then you also have property taxes, which vary by lot, but plus or minus, call it $1,500 a year. Insurance, depending on the bells and whistles of your lot, somewhere around $800 to $1,000 a year is pretty standard.
And then I believe the electricity bill the owners are responsible for, and then of course property taxes and all that stuff. With everything else, it's always changing, but those are the 2023 prices right now. But are there any other expenses other than electricity, HOA, property tax?
You would pay for your own electric. You can also get your own Spectrum Wi-Fi here if you wanted to pay for that.
What about landscaping? Because there's different lot sizes, and you mentioned the common areas are taken care of, but what about cleaning up the sites here?
We have several of our landscape contractors in the area. We have a couple that we primarily work with. They've been working with the resort for several years, and that allows you to customize your plantings every year, and they do everything soup soup to nuts. From they'll tear down your furniture at the end of the season, they'll store it for you, and then when you're ready to come visit next year, they'll pull it out of storage, prep everything for you, do all the plantings. It's really kind of an a la carte service. You can make it as fancy or as spectacular as you want. If you also want to do something more on a budget, they have the ability to do that as well.
Yeah, a lot of value in this lot. This is one of my favorite lots as well. Is this lot available for sale or for rent, or what's the current status of this lot?
This lot is available for sale. It's listed for $359,000. Notably on this property is it's brand new construction in the last 18 months.
Let's show everybody the new construction here on this lot. It's pretty comfortable in this little sitting area. We'll keep it moving here. Really cool. Everything looks brand new on this lot. This is a really cool lot with that sitting area down there. Fire pit. Looks like a nice outdoor kitchen there. What else is going on this lot?
This lot is for sale for $359,000. It's one of the largest lots in the resort. Brand new construction in the last 18 months. You can see this is an unbelievable, more contemporary looking kitchen that we've got. Beautiful gas grill, burner. Also got a beautiful bar seating area over here. They have a great view of the lake from there. And of course, we've got this great gas fire pit as well.
Will this rent out, or is this just for sale?
This is for rent, and it's definitely one of our most sought after ones because you have a beautiful view of the lake, and of course it's highly amenitized with having the fire pit. Fire pit's definitely one of the things that we get a lot of requests for. This lot is going to be plus or minus around $200 depending on the time of season.
And these sites do book up quickly, so if someone wants to book a rental, they should definitely call right away and get that reservation made.
Absolutely, absolutely. Give us a call and be happy to get you booked.
Now I'm also noticing on this lot that it looks like 2 parking spaces if someone want to have like 2 cars or side by side or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Got plenty of parking space. As we said, this is one of the largest lots in the resort with the front seating area, and then at the very back here you have room. You could park a couple vehicles if you needed to, park a side by side, whatever toy you want to bring.
And then next door here, I'm noticing something that we've seen on a few of these sites. These cool canopies. It doesn't look like there's canopies right now, but I can see the hardware where it would be able to roll up. What's going on there?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a few of these lots that have these very unique shade structures that are fantastic. They're very wind resistant, which is something you want to have here in Montana. This is a great example of if you want to start from scratch or take any lot that doesn't have a shade structure, you do have the ability to come in here to protect yourself in the summer when it gets a little warmer.
Is that lot behind you for sale or available for rent?
Behind me is lot 170. It actually just sold earlier this year, but we do have a couple other lots that are available that do have shade structures.
Yeah, let's check those out. So lot 190 here, this is a completely different style than we've seen on any of the other lots. What's going on here?
This lot here is on the bottom row, so you are not going to have any obstructed view. You can see the lake through here. So even though you are on the bottom row, you still do have a nice view. You can see here we have a beautiful custom granite countertop, beautiful grill. This shade structure is unique from the other ones in that you've got the full covering and it doesn't retract, but still a beautiful seating area with a little bar here on the back side. You can have a nice view of the lake. And contrary to the other lot that we saw, 171, where the seating was in the front, you can see we've got a little private seating area back here in the back of the lot that has a gas fire pit.
Really nice layout. Again, just multiple sitting areas through this lot. Now, is this available for rent or for sale, or what's the status?
So this lot, lot 190, is for sale. It's for $320,000.
$320,000, a lot of value when you look at the cost of construction and having this already built out. Does this site rent as well?
This lot is in the rental pool. It rents out for just over $200 a night on average, and then can get upwards of over $250 in the peak of the season.
Nice opportunity for someone. If they want to rent this site, I would probably call right away because I bet this one rents out pretty quickly.
Yeah, the shade structure for sure, and the unobstructed views here on the front definitely are key selling points.
Say someone comes along and they want to buy this site. This is one of the problems that I've seen other RV resorts run into, and I'm wondering how you all handle it here at Polson Motorcoach Resort. What I've seen happen is if someone say they really like this site and they purchase it for $320,000, but someone has already booked a rental, does the renter get kicked out, or how does that situation work? Because I bet you that has happened before.
It definitely has happened, and unfortunately, because we normally, when we book someone, we'd hate to have them lose their reservation. A lot of times people are planning their summer vacations around this. So what we try to do is, let's just say you wanted to purchase this lot 190, but it was in the rental pool on the dates. We would do our best to try and accommodate you in another lot on the property that would have similar amenities. And of course, if you close on the lot, you would be generating that rental income while someone is in your lot.
So do they boot the renter, or does the owner have to wait until their spot is available? How does that work?
The owner does unfortunately have to wait until the spot becomes available. We don't boot the renters. Just keep in mind that renters are usually our future buyers, and the last thing we want to do is sort of take away our future buyer pool. We want people to experience the resort, and that's why we will do our best to accommodate you in another lot. And as I said, if you do close on this lot and someone's in it and we put you in another lot, you are going to be generating rental income.
I appreciate that, and you have to set your boundaries as a resort. I've seen some other resorts that had a different policy where they booted the renters out, and that created a lot of chaos. So I do respect that, your yes is your yes and your no is your no. So I respect that.
Yeah. We're here with one of our owners, Dave Wood, the owner of lot 173.
Hey Dave, how you doing, sir?
Hi Andrew, how are you?
Great, thank you. This is a beautiful lot you have here at Polson. What made you choose to purchase here?
My wife and I came through here in 2017. We live in southeastern Washington State and swung through here and spent, I think, 3 nights and kind of fell in love with it. Came back again in 2018, same thing. Finally decided, you know what, we need to buy here. And we started looking, and we ended up buying lot 173. We've been here ever since.
Nice. And what do you like about owning here at Polson Motorcoach Resort?
We like the location, we like Montana. Most of all, we like the people. We've got great neighbors. It's almost like a neighborhood, everybody's excited. A lot of the people that surround us here live in Arizona where we now live, so we get to see them up here and we get to see them down there.
Yes, sir. And Chase was just mentioning to me that you may be putting your lot on the market for sale. What would cause you to do that?
It's not because we don't like it here. We made a big move in October. We moved from southeastern Washington to just south of the Tucson, Arizona area. And we decided maybe it's time to spend a little more time explore the southeastern part of the country, because we pretty much lived in the Northwest our whole lives. We love it here, and if it sells, great. If it doesn't, we'll be back next year.
Do you have any advice for anyone that's thinking about purchasing a lot or just coming up here to rent here at Polson Motorcoach Resort?
Just come up and experience it, enjoy it. You get up here, it's just a little bit different. The views of the lake, surrounding area, you're close to glacier, lots of restaurants, a lot of things to do. If you don't have a boat, you can rent a boat and go tour the lake for half a day, go to the bison range and see the bison. It's just a fun place. I think once you come here, you'll fall in love with it.
When you came here, what made you choose this particular lot?
We looked at the undeveloped lots like down below us and a few scattered around here, and then when we started adding up what it was going to cost to develop the lot, we decided we'd rather have a running truck.
Yes, sir.
All the old furniture, barbecues, the built-in kitchens, landscaping, all that's done. So it was real easy. And the fact that, at the time we lived 6-7 hours away, and to oversee a project would not be easy. Yeah, it definitely makes sense, especially with the rising costs of supplies and construction costs, so I can appreciate that. Now, if someone is a serious and qualified buyer, how much money do they need to become the next owner of this site?
We have it listed for $375,000, and of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and be happy to get you to come check out the site.
Is this site in the rental pool, or how do you choose?
Yes, it is. Not everybody does that, but we decided why not, and the rental pool's been nice. It's treated us well. We've had no issues. The staff here oversees it. We split the rental 60-40. They make sure it's all clean for the next people to come in. In our experience, because we don't spend all summer here, it pays the taxes, it pays the maintenance, and so it's kind of a zero-sum deal for us.
Definitely makes sense. Is this going to be available at all this summer for rent at all? It is? Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And then any serious renters or buyers, we're going to get in touch with Chase and the team here. So.
Thank you, Andrew.
You guys have some nice inventory. It's the beginning of the summer. I doubt all of these lots will still be for sale later in the year. What is going on with this lot?
This is lot 186, a beautiful lot here that kind of sits on top of a little ridge here on the bottom level of the resorts, which means if you pan over here, you still get a beautiful view of the lake. Of course, you get the signature mountain views as well. This has a unique little seating area here. So when you're sitting, you pull your coach in or back your coach in, immediately have a nice little gas grill and a seating area. Also have another seating area, dining area in the back with a custom kitchen. You can see beautiful granite countertop. Love the stonework that was done here on the kitchen. Also have a beautiful gas grill, ice maker.
Fisher Paykel dishwasher outdoors. I like to see that, yeah.
That's right. Gotta have the dishwasher, right?
Absolutely. A lot of build out here, and I think you said this is under $300,000?
Exactly. It's for sale for $289,000, which if you want to stay under that 300 price point, this gives you a ton of value because you do have the custom build out. You can see the stamping that's been done. Absolutely gorgeous build out.
Is this stamped concrete? It looks like a wood grain look on the floors out here.
It is a unique treated form of concrete.
Really cool site. And is this site available for rent currently, or what's the current status?
This lot is not available for rent. It is for sale. However, of course, if you were to purchase it, you could absolutely put it in the rental pool.
One of the things I really like about this lot is the tall grass hill. Kind of gives you like that green wall. And then you do have some neighbors a little more up top there, but there's that big elevation separation that really is nice separation from your neighbors there.
Absolutely, and you've got the umbrellas that can provide you some shade here in the afternoon with the sun, and of course it can act as a privacy barrier as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's right next to, I think, one of the nicest Motorcoach sites in the world next door there. We'll show you guys this site in a second, and that Liberty Coach is something special too. Some folks, like myself, unfortunately I'm not a Class A owner anymore. I'm living that van life nowadays. Now, if someone's maybe stay here in a Class A Motorcoach resort, but has a friend like me that is in a non-Class A, or maybe just doesn't have an RV, are there other accommodations here on site for non-Class A's?
Absolutely. Adjacent to the property, we have the Polson Flathead Lake KOA. So we actually have a lot of resort owners and renters that when they visit the property and their family members don't have Class A's, they of course can bring their RV into the KOA, and we have cabins there as well. So even if you have family members that don't have RVs and want to come experience Glacier and Flathead Lake, we can accommodate them in one of our lodges at the KOA.
What are sites at the KOA rent for?
Our premium Lakeview sites go for roughly $95 a night in the peak of the season, and then if you want to stay in one of our lodges, it's anywhere between $200 to $250 a night.
When you just look at just the lodging area, even if you get on hotels.com and you look at just to rent a basic hotel room, and then you can rent a super nice and have an outdoor kitchen and all that for similar money. If you have a motorhome, a lot of value here. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I did not know that there's a nice little putt-putt course going on here.
So this is technically really a part of the KOA, but of course, as I mentioned before, this is an adjacent property to the Motorcoach Resort. So we do have Motorcoach guests and owners that come up here and do some putt-putt. We're open late, so anytime you want to come up, grab your clubs.
Heck yeah, and there's some of the KOA sites behind you. How many sites are in the KOA?
Yeah, so we have 44 RV sites, and then we've got 6 cabins.
Then it looks like an area for children to play as well.
Absolutely. We're very family friendly here at the KOA. The resort, of course, tends to have a little bit of an older crowd, but we are family friendly as well.
Here's a pool with a view. This is quite the view here.
Absolutely. So this is open for most of the season. It is heated, 82 degrees. However, it's especially nice when we get those 3 or 4 days a year where it's 95 degrees here in Montana.
Yeah, absolutely. You can never go wrong with that view either.
So I'd like to introduce you to our new general manager, Alita. Alita, you've taken over this year, but you've been on the property for, what, since 2010, is that right?
Yep, 2010 was the first season that I was here and interviewed with the previous owners, Paul and Curly Solendon. So it's been great to see that transition from their vision and what they plan, and then seeing new people come in and the things that you have to bring to the table. So it's nice to be that middle ground in between.
Back in 2010, what was your first job here at Polson Motorcoach Resort?
I was a manager, believe it or not. That first year was rough. Just completely new to the whole industry, had no idea what I was getting into, but absolutely loved it. Loved the people, loved the atmosphere. It's really a great job, I have to say.
Over the years, who are some of the people that come here, and what brings people to this area?
One of the things that's a steadfast is that when people come here, they get away from the hustle and bustle of their busy lives. We've had quite a few celebrities that have come, and the local atmosphere is way laid back, so they can kind of step out of that stressful environment and just sit back and relax. That's one thing that never changes when you come here. The unwinding takes a while, but you leave feeling refreshed refreshed and relaxed.
Definitely, as soon as I got here, you know, the air is so fresh. Definitely a very special place. Now, going into 2023 with new ownership, are there any changes that are being made, or what can folks expect for the future of the resort?
One of the things that we've seen is a lot of owners who are maybe timing out, they're getting older, they're selling their coaches. So we have a new fresh face of owners that have purchased. And one of the exciting things to see is that they have a small space here, but the engineering that goes into making that livable space very luxurious. That's really exciting to see with the new owners and owners that have purchased a couple years ago that are building new things, and the architecture and of course the landscaping is beautiful, and then got this beautiful backdrop.
Like Chase said, a paradise in Montana. But if someone wants to rent a site, what's the availability here for the 2023 season, and can folks still get in?
They can still get in. We still have some great spots that are open in July and looking into August. The best place to find out information is to go to our website and fill out the inquiry form, and then we'll reach out with a phone call and book for you.
And there are cancellations from time to time. So I know some of the weekends get real busy, but can folks get like on a waiting list to if there are cancellations for like holiday weekends and stuff like that?
Absolutely. We have a great wait list program. If anything cancels, we can reach out to you. If you wanted an upgraded site or wanted to stay longer, we can make that work.
Awesome. And any other advice that you have for folks that are thinking about renting or purchasing a lot here at Polson Motorcoach Resort?
I'd say don't wait. The nice spots go quick. Everybody loves the premium tier 2 spots where you get the great lake and mountain views, and those ones are the first ones to go.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your new position here at Polson Motorcoach Resort. This lot right here, what is the story with this lot that we're sitting on right now?
Lot 169 is unique in the sense that it's very dog friendly. The way that it's actually set up from the very front, when you enter into the coach, we've got the nice stone wall that blocks in, and you can see the gate there, and then we've obviously got the gate here. So if you want to bring your dog up here, this is one of the best lots on the resort.
Yeah, absolutely. And a really cool outdoor kitchen, but I like where you could basically park the coach up tight here and maybe put a little extra something there to keep the dogs in this area here.
Yeah, absolutely. A fence without a fence, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice, livable outdoor space here. You can see an airplane here.
Now that's a pretty rare, about how many airplanes a day take off from this airport?
Well, we probably have anywhere between 8 and 10 a day. It's kind of more of a novelty. It's not O'Hare or anything like that.
Someone did comment, what would happen if the airport were to expand? Is that a concern at all?
No, the airport can't expand. There's no excess land to do that. So we're sort of stuck with our existing airport, which can accommodate small planes. You know, you're not going to have any Gulf Streams or anything like that landing here. It's quiet. We do have a couple of these per day that take off and land, but it's really kind of cool if you see the lake in the background and the planes taking off.
So a lot of motor coach owners do fly private as well, and then have their coaches delivered to the resort here. If someone has maybe a bigger airplane that can't land here, are there airports nearby that can handle the Gulf Streams and the larger airplanes?
Yes, in Ronan, there's an airport there that can accommodate you, and that's about 20 minutes away. If family wants to come visit, Missoula is an easy flight. It's an hour drive. You can also fly into Kalispell. That's also about an hour drive as well.
Now this site, is this for sale, for rent? What's the status of this site?
So this lot is for sale for $335,000. As you can see, it's got a beautiful view of the lake and the mountains as well. It's not in the rental pool. However, if it was something that you were interested in checking out, we could talk to the owner and see if we could get you on the property.
Yes, another really cool lot. What is going on here, sir?
Yeah, so this is lot 149. This is one of the largest single lots at the resort. We're going to introduce you to the owners. This is Yvonne and Jean.
Good afternoon. How are you guys doing today?
Just bad, and you, sir?
Great, thank you. How long have you been owners here at Polson Motorcoach Resort?
We bought here in 2019.
What made you choose to buy a lot here at Polson?
I came here on my 70th birthday. I'm 78 now, and I fell in love with it, and I haven't quit coming here since.
Very
Started
cool.
renting, then we decided to buy.
For me, waking up to the beauty every day, the mountains, the lake, the glacier, the cows, peace, tranquility, it's our little slice of heaven.
And so do you have any advice for any folks that are thinking about renting or purchasing a lot here at Polson?
Don't hesitate, just do it.
I mean, if you like peaceful and quiet, tranquility, wildlife, places to go, things to do, I mean, you can't beat this area. An hour and a half from Glacier, you got the buffalo range.
And the people.
And the people, you
are
can't beat the people here.
wonderful. It's just a great place to be.
Now, Chase just shared that this lot's going to be for sale. What is your reason for selling here at Polson?
My age is getting up. I've got where I can't work on the RV anymore. You know, you always got to do something on these things. And my knees are gone, body's gone. Going to be 79, so I'm going to keep coming here, though, whether cars I sell or not. I still got 3 more years, hopefully, that I can keep, and I'll rent.
You get to an age where it's the next chapter in life where the physical restrictions make this a little more difficult. It'll be a sad day.
We've been RVing since '03. It's hard to give it up. We really don't want to give it up. Something in your body tells you you have to.
Yes, sir, I understand. Now, RVing since '03, you've probably stayed at a lot of resorts.
A lot.
Where would you rate Polson out of all the resorts you've visited?
One.
Number one.
That's why I'm here.
I was going to say on a 1 to 10, I'd say 12.
I like it.
Well, you got this, you got the KOA right up there, you bring friends down, you rent a cabin, your kids come down, you can get a spot up there for them. I mean, it's just more enjoyable than you can really realize.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you sharing that. Now, Chase, if someone is a serious buyer and wants to check out their lot, who's the sales team here?
You can reach out to me, Chase. I would be the point person. Then, of course, if there's any lot-specific questions, we'd be happy to give you a tour or put you in touch. You know, maybe you'd answer any questions. Yeah, we could always do that.
Now, this is a good-looking Newell coach. I actually made a video on this coach entitled it "The Nicest 2024 RV Interior I've Seen Yet." Definitely worth checking out. But next door here, there's a beautiful Prevost Emerald on a super nice lot. What is going on here, sir?
Yeah, we got lot 154. This is on the top level. Has some of the best views on the property. You'll notice immediately, got this custom concrete stamped here.
Yeah, and it looks like an outdoor kitchen here, and I really like the look of this particular stamped concrete. Of course, that beautiful view of Flathead Lake. Now, is this lot available for rent as well? Or?
Yes, this lot is available for rent. It's definitely one of our most sought after lots, just given you're on the top level and you've got a phenomenal view. The lot is also for sale for $379,900. As you can see, stunning.
Yeah, just an incredible opportunity for someone, absolutely.
This is lot 198. We're here with the owner, Elizabeth Lewis.
Yeah, hey Elizabeth, how are you today?
Hey, good, I'm good. Enjoying the gorgeous first day of summer weather.
Yes, ma'am, and this is a beautiful lot you have here. What do you like about Polson Motorcoach Resort, and what made you choose to purchase a lot here?
We traveled for a few years and we came through this resort a couple times. We stayed a short time, then we stayed for a couple of months, and at the end of that 2 months we decided to buy. The next year we built out the lot.
This is a beautiful lot here. So was there an inspiration? What made you choose this lot?
Our inspiration was the fact that it's unobstructed views to the front of us. We have gorgeous views of the mountains and the sunrises. With no one in front of us, it's quiet down here, and we really enjoy the peace, and we can go up and visit our friends up top with our social activities. Down here we have quiet, enjoying the fire.
So do you have any advice for someone that's thinking about purchasing a lot here or just coming up to rent a lot here?
Take advantage of all the friends you'll make around here. There's lovely people from all over the country, even people from Australia and New Zealand.
And then I did hear that your lot is coming on the market now?
It is, because we loved it so much here. We've been here for over 5 years that we decided to stay in Montana and build a house. So as we speak, we're building a house and we're letting our summer happy place go.
Very cool, a great opportunity for someone, and thank you for taking the time to share that with us.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Now there's a lot going on, a lot of nice boats out here.
Yeah, you ready to go jump on one?
I think so, and I think rentals are pretty readily available around here.
Yeah, so we just were over here at Flathead Boat Company. On average, call it $500 plus or minus for a half day, about $700 for a full day. This is one of the main attractions here at Flathead Lake. Definitely one of my favorite things to do.
Definitely worth checking out. You can get a deck boat, pontoon boats, and they have several boats available. And do you have a lot of renters that come to the resort rent these boats?
We have a lot of renters that come and check these out for sure. We have some owners that have their own boats as well.
Some pretty big houses out on the island here. I'll leave a couple photos there, but if you do go on a ride out on the lake, you're gonna see some cool stuff. Now, this is a super nice lot. I heard that this is the most expensive rental lot in the resort.
That's right. We have lots 180 and 181. Unique about these is 2 lots next to each other, built almost identical by the same family. So if you want to come here with friends and you want to have the time together, these are the 2 lots. You can obviously see we've got an amazing shade structure here, which is a big selling point. It's starting to heat up now that we're here in the afternoon. You can see unbelievable kitchen build out here. All the bells and whistles you can imagine. Unbelievable seating area over here where you can entertain. There's also on the back side a path where you can connect to the other lot.
Yeah, let's take a walk through here. Now, I'm not seeing any canvas up top right now, but I do see like a awning type system.
Yep.
Are these on motors, or how does this all work?
Yeah, they're on a remote control. That's the great thing is makes it easy for you. And both lots have the same thing. Super comfortable in the summer when it gets a little warmer.
And this is just an incredible view, unobstructed view of the lake. And this is a cool, huge outdoor dining area here, and then a nice fire pit.
And then as you can see, there's a connection here in between the 2 lots. This little custom build out here on the ledge is unlike anything that we have in the resort.
Oh yeah, this is super cool, and they match with the same kind of finishes, very similar style on both of these spots.
Absolutely, very similar. The main difference is this one actually has you know, this more built out ledge here. So ton of outdoor living space, a lot of room for entertaining guests. That's why we say if you want to come with friends, these are the best 2 lots to be at.
Just an incredible view here of Flathead Lake. Great opportunity for someone. Now, do these rent out pretty quickly, I would assume, or what's the availability?
They do, and here at Polson Motorcoach Resort, we see that the best lots with the best views, they're always the first to rent out. While these may be the most expensive to rent, they are also the quickest to go. If you want these sites, you better pick up the phone and call us soon.
So we just found what I believe is the nicest site here in the resort, and the nicest coach in the resort, all in the same place. This is a 2020 Liberty Coach Artist Series, but this build out is on another level. Chase, what is going on with this site, sir?
This is definitely one of the coolest sites we have at the resort. I mean, you could just see every detail is impeccable. Unbelievable sail structure here, so you can sit back here in the middle of the day and feel totally cool. Beautiful landscaping done all throughout the lot. Just a special lot here.
Is this lot for sale or for rent?
This lot is not for sale and it's not for rent.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you want a lot like this, you gotta build your own and take one of those undeveloped lots. Now the owner of this lot is responsible for me coming up to Polson the first time, so huge thanks to the owners of this lot. But a lot of opportunities here at the resort. So if folks want to either rent a site here or purchase a site here, what's the best way for them to do that?
If you go onto our website, which is polsonrvresort.com, you can see our available listings. You'll also see my phone number will be available. You can reach out to me anytime. We have a form on our website you can fill out too, where we ask you some questions. If you want to book a reservation, feel free to fill out that form as well. You can call me, you can call the resort. We'd love to accommodate you. And as you can see, we have a lot of different styles of lots here and can accommodate pretty much any of your needs.
Definitely an awesome resort in a really special area of the United States. So Chase, really appreciate you showing us around.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew.
Yeah, my pleasure. Also greatly appreciate all of you subscribing to the channel and liking these videos. I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Hope to see you soon.